Hi! Just before the audio starts, I want to let you know if you enjoy my content, I got a Patreon. So for only $5 a month, you get access to exclusive audios, a Discord, and weekly polls that I'm starting to give prompts so we get some different results. Ain't that fun? So if you want to be a part of that, link in the description. Check it out. If not, perfectly fine. It's your money. And without further delay, enjoy the audio. No. Perfect. He does look good right there. Nice little figurine. Quality plastic. Perfect. Now, if no. Who in the world is that? Excuse me. I'm going to go say hi. Hello. Yeah. What are you doing in my apartment? Oh no, see, this is my apartment, actually. The landlord didn't tell me anything about expecting a new roommate. So what am I supposed to make of you, exactly? Ah, yes, very astute observation. I am indeed dead. A ghost, if you will. The curse of death did happen to grasp me at some point. You're an observant little shit, aren't you? How long has this been a thing? Like, how long were you planning to move in here, exactly? Really? I'm going to have a word with him. Well, I suppose I should explain this whole situation to you, considering it's not very normal for something like this to go on. So here's how it went down. I am a ghost, as you so cleverly observed. I died in this apartment roughly, I want to say, 4 years ago now. And I managed to haunt this place. Now, the landlord and me, we were quite good friends when I was alive. So he was like, you know what? You can keep the apartment. I also don't really want to deal with a ghost, so that's fine. And I was like, okay, fine. I'm alright with that. This is my living space. I do enjoy it. With the caveat of I can't really pay rent because I can't really do any work because non-corporeal and that shit. So, here we are. I suppose he always resented me for that, and he's asked me before about having a roommate, and I've always turned him down, but recently I was like, perhaps it wouldn't be the worst idea. Now, granted, I was high when I said that. Oh yes, ghost weed exists. Don't you worry about that. Ghost weed definitely does exist, and it is far stronger than normal marijuana. Anyway, I told him, I do get lonely occasionally in my little abode, so maybe a roommate wouldn't be so bad. Now, the next morning I did take that remark back because he recorded it. But unfortunately, I don't think he quite understood the fact that it was a form of sarcasm. And now he's renting out my place to someone else. How much is he charging you for this? It's less than I had to pay. Probably because of the ghost situation. If I had to assume. So what's your name, roommate? What? You didn't sign up? for a ghost roommate. This is not exactly what you had in mind when you started renting out this apartment. Hmm. Well, weren't you wondering why it was so cheap and why... I'm assuming you had to sign some sort of disclosure going into this. That didn't strike you as odd in any way? Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of your fault for not considering this. There's a lot more ghosts than you're aware of. You can't act like this is an unknown. Well, I suppose not everyone sees them. All of them, I suppose. A lot of ghosts are very touchy, and they don't really like being seen by most mortals. Personally, I don't give a shit. I like freaking out people. It's funny. I respect their privacy, but every now and again I whisper into their ears while they dream. What am I supposed to do? I'm trapped like this for eternity. I have to make fun for myself, somehow. Alright, well, your bedroom is over there, and my bedroom is that one. Yes, I need a bedroom, actually. Believe it or not, ghosts actually do need to sleep. So I'd respect you... I'd thank you if you respected my boundaries just a little bit. That's my room. If I ever catch you going in there, I will possess you and get you to fly off of the balcony with your head spinning in circles and vomiting like the Exorcist. Oh yeah, I can do that. Any ghost can, especially one that's bound to this mortal plane like I am. Well, I don't tend to eat all that much. Ghosts can eat, and it does provide minimal satisfaction, but I usually stick to about one meal a day. I've really settled into a ramen phase, specifically Shin ramen. I like how spicy it is. Usually cook that stuff for me. Now, beware. When ghosts eat stuff, it doesn't quite get processed in the same way as you humans process things. It comes out as... what do you call it? Ectoplasm? Yeah, that. It's not exactly shit, but it's not exactly not shit. I'm very clean with my ectoplasm, so you need not worry. Now, how's your hygiene, exactly? I see. Well, we will learn each other's boundaries as this goes on. I am sorry that the landlord didn't make this as obvious as he should have. I'll have to talk to him about that. No, I'm fine with you living here. There was a bit of honesty in my under the influence confession. I do get lonely. It would be fun to have a roommate to pester with a lot of the new ghostly abilities I've acquired after death. Oh yes, this'll be quite fun. I'll respect your boundaries, and if I ever do cross the line, you'd let me know. But don't expect me to just not mess with you. And if you can't handle it, then I suppose you'll have to find another apartment, won't you? Up to you. So, I do have a collection of movies over in that shelf. Yes, DVDs, because physical media is the proper way to store film and any other sort of media, because it is preservative. Don't like lost media myself. Bit of a media preservative. That's why I'm a bit saddened by the fact that a lot of games don't get physical releases anymore. They're just online. And I do love that, and it's a brilliant way to just play any game you want. For example, I've been playing Binding of Isaac. I just bought that on my Switch, and now I'm playing it. Didn't even have to go pick it up, which is nice because I can't venture very far out of the apartment. No, I'm a bit bound to it. Excuse me. Have a bit of ectoplasm building up. There we go. Yes, it comes out as phlegm as well. Again, it's not shit. It's just how we process food. It's why, you know, Ghostbusters. What's Slimer is the name of the green one, I believe? You know which one I'm referring to, the one with the big ass mouth. The reason he has so much ectoplasm is because of, well, he eats a lot. You see it in the movie. Makes sense, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh yes, that smell is ectoplasm. It is pungent. No, it's not exactly a bad smell, is it? Yeah, I've gotten used to it after a while. Oh yes, ghosts can still smell. I can also still feel you, like that. I can see you, obviously. I can hear you. And I could taste you if I wanted to eat one of your fingers or something like that, but no. Having all 10 digits is quite nice, I will say. Oh, I could very well bite off one of your fingers. I won't, though. Fingers are too crunchy. If I was going to go for something, I'd probably go for the liver. Well, it's nice, clean, and it's the one organ that can regenerate itself, so what harm done? Well, make yourself at home. The living room is nice. We have a kitchen. Your bedroom is quite large, so I think you'll enjoy that. We do have our own separate bathrooms, which is very nice. I don't want to share a bathroom with you. Though, to be fair to you, I have used both bathrooms several times in the past, simply because I get bored on my porcelain throne. I like mixing it up a little bit. So I'll probably have to go in there and clean it, because the ectoplasm smell in there will be pungent. But again, doesn't necessarily smell bad, and you'll probably have to get used to that smell anyway. It does come out as excrement, but it also comes out in other ways. Personally, I just prefer to dispose it as quote-unquote excrement. It does clog the toilet quite often, so I have quite the heavy-duty plunger in my toilet. Let me know if you need to borrow it. Well, what are you interested in? Well, considering that we're going to be roommates, I might as well get to know you and all the things you enjoy. Who is that? Oh, that's Marty. Marty's our neighbor. He's a bit noisy at night. Well, he's a bit loud with his music. He's been blasting that new Kendrick album. G and X, that's the one, yes. And I'm not complaining. I do enjoy it. I am quite the fan of Kendrick. I wish I was alive for that rap beef. That was beautiful. I wish I could have seen all of that in person, but I did still experience it, and I enjoyed it a fair amount. I won't lie. But yeah, be aware of him. I can fall asleep despite any noise, but if he ever gets too loud, I could always peer into his room and tell him to shut it up. I don't mind. Anyway, back to the conversation at hand. What are you into? I see. Well, that could lend to some interesting conversations. Why am I so sassy? I recommend you try being dead for 4 years and really see how that affects your general happiness with the world. Spoiler, doesn't tend to be very helpful for your motivation and general satisfaction. Sass just tends to come out when you're dead. Well, this will certainly be an interesting few weeks. months, years, however long you stay here. I assume most people don't really want to stay in an apartment complex for the rest of their lives. But who knows? Perhaps this will be a permanent settlement. You don't have a significant other, do you? Figured. Oh, I didn't mean anything by that. It just, you gave off single energy. Well, that was mean even for me. I apologize. I just mean, you know what I mean. Well, not that that's a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to be single. Wish I was by the time I died. Oh, I had a horrid girlfriend, let me tell you. She was controlling, manipulative, very mean. But I was a sad sack and never really had anyone love me, so I clung to her like a kitten to its mama. And then I died, and then she got all sad, but then realized I was a ghost, promptly broke up with me, and I was like, I'm dead now, so I don't really think I have the capacity to give a shit. Being a ghost has given me quite a bit of character development, I suppose. Indeed. Nah, don't you worry about being single. Anyone who looks for love will eventually find it. At least that's my philosophy. Oh, I'm sure. You'll find a beautiful man or woman or non-binary pal, depending on what you're into. I'm no judge. Oh yes, I am very much an ally, even though I am no longer corporeal and I can't really support them. Love is love, and experiencing life how you wish to and how it makes you happy needs to be respected no matter what. Simple as that. I know it's a bit scary with all that stuff, with a certain man taking office recently. So they need all the support they can get. Even from a dead guy. Love is beautiful, and living as you want to live is also beautiful. If identifying as a different gender makes you happy, then who am I to judge? Anyway, I think I've wasted enough time talking to you, or wasted enough of your time. I'm sure you have a lot of unpacking to do. I can help you if you want. I do have telekinesis. Yes, another one of the ghost powers. Hang on. Ectoplasm building up. Goodness me. Yeah, I'll clean that up. Well, I'm sure we will have a wonderful experience with one another. Or a terrible one. He is so loud. Do you need to close doors? Is there no elegance? Well, it was wonderful meeting you. In a weird way, I'm looking forward to this too. Well, I'll let you unpack, and I'll continue sorting out my figurines. Oh, I do, yes. I have a bit of a collection. Currently, I was fidgeting with this Incineroar amiibo. He was one of the first I got. One of my favorites, personally. I love the idea of a cat being a wrestler. It's funny. Alright, you go unpack and I'll continue doing whatever the hell you do when you're dead. Ta-ta!